And let me check one more thing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started today. I did hit record, so we're going to record this. Deanna and I were talking earlier prior to all of you joining in, and we looked into command, and there's still some issues within being able to add neighborhood searches the way that Robert has it on his website. However, I do have a workaround, and I'm going to show you how to, number one, you could either elect or select to add your KW branded website, or excuse me, your KW consumer app to your website, or you can do a neighborhood search. So let's take a step back. How many of you have a landing page already for your downloaded app? Can I get a show of hands, one person, or yes or no for those people that have your sound off or video off?
I think I do.
What do you mean by that, please?
Meaning that when people go to your site, they can actually download your app from your website, your KW branded website.
I believe I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll check.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Crystal, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I don't think I have.
Okay, Terry, do you have? Miss Terry, you there? Oh, she'll join us later. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is share my screen, and I'm going to walk you through that process. And what I would encourage you is, if you can follow along with me. I'm going to share a new tool with you. I also already told Deanna, so I kind of blew her mind this morning. I'm going to introduce you to the world of iframe. iframe is a way that you can take your URL from anywhere, whether it's your KW branded website or any URL. You're going to plug it into this formula, and it's going to allow you to put that into your website. That's the simple way that I explain it. It's just going to allow you to put it on your Facebook, or excuse me, not Facebook, sorry. Put it on your website. So let me explain what I mean. So I'm going to share my screen. And can everyone see my screen? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is, I've got a lot of stuff up. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is go to the home screen. So if you are not in command, log into command for me. This is the home screen. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to, let's start with a neighborhood search, okay? So one of the workarounds, or one way that you can create a search that you can send to a client. So let's tell a complete story. Let's say you have someone within your contacts. So if you're not here now, go into contacts. And it may take a little because my internet's a little slow here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test. And so I'm just going to pull up my name. So I would encourage you to also pull up your name. Hopefully you've entered yourself as a contact. So once you get here, let me know if you're here. For the people that are following along, let me know if you were in this contact card. Let me know if you're there.
I am.
Okay. So one of the things that Robert and I stress all the time is that whenever you're doing anything within contacts, make sure that you have yourself entered as a contact so you can be your guinea pig, or you can be your test subject. And so what we're going to do is we're going to play around within your contact card as it relates to neighborhood searches. So what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down. So go scroll down, and where it says neighborhoods, you see my primary is Makawao. The reason why it says primary is because your primary search or your primary neighborhood is based on your physical address. So if you're dealing with a client, whether it's a seller and or buyer, whatever address you have in that contact card is going to automatically show that as the primary neighborhood. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to add another neighborhood. And so Deanna had mentioned this in terms of when she and I were talking. So we're going to do something a little different today. So we're going to do this. We're going to say, I'm going to say, and then I'm going to do, let's see, do Lahaina again, because something else came up that I wanted to see, the drop down. We're going to do this. We're going to do, oops, that didn't come up, but. And then we're going to do, let's do, and then I'm going to explain to you, sorry, I need to. I don't know why I can't spell today. Why can't I spell? Somebody help me. I don't know why I can't spell today. All right. So what I was doing was this. I was trying to, do I want to add another? Oh, let's do this one. Okay, so what I'm doing is this. I'm creating a special search. And within this search, you see how as I was typing the bluish teal buttons, Wailea, North Kihei, Spreckles, Olawalu, if I can talk correctly, Kapalua. All of these are showing up as a search. And so here is the suggested neighborhood search. The reason why I'm doing that is this. So say, for example, you want to have a neighborhood search and your neighborhood search covers all of these different neighborhoods. What we can do is we can take this and put this in or on our website. And so if we hit preview of all of these suggested neighborhoods, we're going to hit preview so you know what I'm talking about. So then what's going to happen is see how all of those are auto-populating. So anyone can easily click on either one of those.
Oh.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Wow. That's
Okay.
cool.
So then what we're going to do from there is now we want to copy this link. So I hit copy. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. I hit
Yes.
copy there. And then I'm going to go to, remember I told you about that iframe? So I'm going to take this out. This is one I was testing earlier. And so iframe, let me back up. So iframe, this is free. So how you get that, and I'll wait for you if you want to go on here. You can type in a Google search. So open up another tab. Once you open a tab, you can simply type in there in the URL search field, iframe generator. iframe generator, and then hit search or enter or spacebar, whatever you want to do. And then it's going to pop up. It's going to say something like free iframe generator. This is free. You can click on it. And so from there, what it's going to do is it's going to create a code for you. And then you can take that code and put it into command to create another page on your website. Does that make sense? I know it's a lot, but I want to try to break it down systematically so it makes sense. So remember what we posted or copied. I'm going to hit here and then just hit paste.
You know, Latasha, I tried to do iframe generator and it came up with huge websites, something to pay for $10 or more.
Yeah, so let me do, can you see my screen now?
I can now.
I jumped out of it. So let's do iframe. So if it popped up like that, do iframe generator free. And then you should be able to go to this one where it says iframe generator free online, or even just this iframe generator. Did that help?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Okay, so try that. Go back into your URL search, type in, like I did, iframe generator free.
I found it.
Got it? Okay. So I'm just going to click on here so you know that's exactly where we were. So then what you're going to do is remember what we copied from our command. So then in this iframe URL, I'm going to click on that, hit paste. So here is something that you want to keep in mind. You can dictate how you want your frame, you can dictate how it's going to look on command, and it'll make more sense once I go through the process. So you can change the width and the height. So right now, I'm just going to change it to like a standard one, 900 by 1400. So I'm changing my width and my height. Scroll bar is key. You want to make sure it's scrollable, so it's easy for people to kind of scroll down. So I'm going to hit yes for scroll bar. You can play with all this other stuff, but the three things that I would stress are this. You can adjust the width, the height, and the scroll bar by clicking it yes. So then what you want to do is you want to go to generate and see how it generated at the bottom. So then if you wanted to test this before you copy, you can simply hit preview. And remember how we saw that before? That's how it's going to come up.
Nice.
So then we can go back to our iframe and we could hit copy. Then we want to go back into our command, and I need to make sure I'm back here. So now I'm back in my command. The second step of this, or I guess I should say technically it would be the third, we want to go into consumer. And my internet's a little slow, so be patient with me. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to create a site, a new site. You always want to add this. In this particular case, we want to add this. I shouldn't say always, but in this particular case, we want to go to the agent site, or excuse me, on my agent site, create page. First thing we want to do is we always want to save it. So you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to say search Maui neighborhoods. Then what I want to do is I want to do a widget, or excuse me, I want to add a widget. So you can choose whatever you want. However, what I'm going to do is this. I'm just going to say I want the contact form. And then the other thing that you want to do, which is key to adding the iframe, is you want to go see at the bottom on the right where it says content blocks.
Mm-hmm.
You want to click on that and you want to add a text. Look for that green line and see how it added the text here. The one thing I'll say is if your cursor doesn't automatically, see my cursor is blinking on the far left. You see that? Where it says
Yes.
text. So you'll see that little blinking line. If for whatever reason you cannot access this text, then you can hit this blank square and it'll go to preview. So if you ever run into issues, a tip is to hit that preview button and it'll allow you to edit this. But I'm good to go here. So I'm just going to back out and then I'm just going to paste. Remember what I copied? So that iframe that I copied is now there. So then what I want to do is I want to, as always, we want to do configure widgets. Then it's automatically going to show me the widgets that I have, which now it says contact form. If you wanted to make any changes to this, you simply click on this and you can say, you know, contact me to learn more or whatever you want to do. And then if you wanted to add a text, a body text, you could say, something, well, I guess, what am I going to say? Your home in paradise is waiting. And then I'm going to add an emoji if I can.
Okay, wait, where did you find the emoji, please? Hang on, I was.
For PC, no worries. For PC, I hit the Windows icon and the colon or semicolon button.
What about Mac or, well, I have an iPad.
Mac
And
is,
space.
thank you, Control Command Space, thank you. So I'm going to, let's do tree.
Window.
Did you get it?
I see a control button on my wireless keyboard. I don't see a command.
It's the one with the little apple on it and the squiggly symbol.
Oh, it's not on my Logitech keyboard. It might
Okay,
be on
gotcha.
the iPad keyboard. Okay.
I got everything so far, but the emoji, that's, I don't know where that is.
Totally lost.
That again?
I'm glad I'm the only one.
I'm totally lost because my consumer page doesn't seem to be showing a place to build a new page. So I'm
Okay,
wait,
let me save this and then I'll go back in, okay?
okay.
So let me save this. So placeholder message, are you looking to buy or sell? I'm just gonna take all this out for now. Well, I guess I can leave that in there. And then I have my phone number and then I'm gonna hit save and apply. And then save changes. Would you like to publish this as an agent site? Yes. And then I'm gonna go back and walk you through. So I originally did this. I went into create a new, well, let me back up. The first thing I did is I went into consumer. Then I went into create a new site. Is everybody with me so far on that one?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have that. I
No?
don't even, it doesn't even say consumer on the left, much
Huh.
less create a new site on the right. So
But you don't have, so on your applets, Crystal, on the left-hand side, click on the red KW, you don't have consumer.
yeah,
Like
I'm in consumer, but there's nothing on it.
Huh.
It's got
Let's
the
do, let's
landing
do,
pages, agent site, and guide builder, but it doesn't have, it's not updated.
you may have to scroll over to see the create a new site. And if that doesn't work, then try this. Number one, just hit the refresh button. So in your URL where you type the address, there's a refresh button where it says reload this page. Hit that and see if that refreshes. And then go back in. And then let me know when you do that.
Natasha, now, I believe I've already created a site and created a landing page, and you and I have gone through that. I'll have to double check on that. I think we'd have. Would I, in this exercise, would I be clicking create a new site, or would there'd be a different option, like go to my website or go to my landing page or something like that.
So I'm going to answer that really quickly. So there's a couple ways that you can do it. And then Crystal, jump in at any point in time and let me know where you are. So to answer your question, Deanna, you would go into, see where on my screen where I have agent site pages, and then there's a bluish turquoise line underneath here. The first thing you want to do is you want to click on that, and then it's going to give you all of the landing pages that you have here. So that would be the first place, just to make sure you're not duplicating efforts. And then if you don't see it here, then you know that you don't have it for whatever reason. And then you would hit create a new site and go through the process.
Okay, so that makes it clear. I don't want to just create a new site if I already have a site that I want to
So I would check that first. And so then I'm going to walk through that process one more time just to make sure everybody's got it. And then we're going to finish up this Search Maui neighborhood. But Crystal, I want to stop and see where you are.
Just go ahead. I'm re-logging in to see if that would help because nothing came up when I refreshed.
Okay, all right, keep me posted. So again, let's just repeat this process again, make sure we're all good. So then we would go into create a new site. Remember, we are doing this on our agent site. So we're gonna click on that, and then we're gonna click okay. Hold on, I gotta get my images out of the way. Then I'm gonna hit create page. So remember, we always wanna change this. What I'm gonna do for now is I'm just gonna say app. You can call it whatever, but I'm just doing it for the sake of app. So then the second thing that you want to do is after you save it, whatever it is, or we can say my app. Oops. My KW will just be official consumer app. There we go. So we have that. We always want to add a widget. So here you scroll down, you see where it says download my app. So if you wanted to do that, you just drag it, see where that green line is, it's showing you where it's going to pop up. So you can add that there. And then the other thing that I showed you is you can add a content block. And this is where you can either add an image or a text. So I'm just going to click and drag till I see my green line where I want it. And then you would put your, delete that, and then you will put your URL from the iframe in there. Then you would hit configure widgets and save. But I'm not going to do that right now. Actually, I'm just going to hit save for now. I wonder if it'll let me do that. Let's just back up because I don't want to confuse you. Would you like to save? Okay. So now we're back here, assuming we did that. So I'm going to stop talking. Is everybody with me now so far? Or do I need to take a step back?
And I'm not actually doing it with you because I only have one. I'm recording it. You're recording it.
Yes. So then going back to what we just did in terms of creating a site, you see originally the one that we had worked on together where it says search Maui neighborhoods. Remember we worked on that? And
Yes.
so now you see on the right-hand side, you see here where it's not highlighted. And even if you hover on it, it says no view available. This is not an active page. Remember, teal is good. So we don't have teal highlighted here. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we add this page. So we don't have it added yet. So now the next step would be to add it. So then now we're going to go into site apps. And let me know if I'm going too fast. Then we want to go to, we have our general settings here. Then we want to go to site pages and see site pages here. It tells you all of the ones, it'll list on the left-hand side, all of the pages that are currently on your site. You want to hit add page. And then we're going to do create new site. Hold on just a minute. I'm getting an error message. That. Go back here. go here. There we go. So I just got out of there because I knew what it was supposed to show up and it didn't show up. So you hit going back to add page. It's immediately going to pop up this screen and it's going to say create a new site. Or remember the one that we did, we saved it, search Maui neighborhoods. Again, that's another plug for making sure that when you save stuff, make sure you save it appropriately so you can remember. And then also it's going to have that created date, which we're on the 15th. So I'm just going to simply click or select search Maui neighborhoods, hit continue. And then what it's going to do is this is the official information that I need to put on there. I just wanted to make sure I was careful on how I worded my words. So we can simply say search Maui neighborhoods, or we can say whatever we want to say. Whoops.
Latasha,
Yes.
hang on here, please.
No worries.
I followed you all the way, create a new page, and then I went somewhere else. And anyway, it just 2 step back now.
No worries. So I'm going to close
Please.
out of this.
Okay.
I'm going to discard. Okay. So so are you here with me in terms of where it says
Yes.
add page, site pages? Okay. So then
Okay.
now we want to hit add page.
Okay. Then click on that new page that we just
Exactly.
created.
So yeah, so the
Okay.
one that I just created, then I'm going to click on that
Okay.
and click OK. So now I'm back here. You can name
okay.
it whatever you want, because keep in mind what you put in here is going to go on your website. So then I'm just going to say search Maui neighborhoods. And then for the UR slug, I'm just going to say Maui. So you see how that URL, it says https:///LatashaBaldwin.kw.com. And then it has that slug, Maui neighborhoods. And then you can add an SEO if you want. I am big on SEO, but it's totally up to you. You don't have to. Or actually, this is showing that you will. So I'm just going to do like Maui, Hawaii. And then I'm going to explain why. Maui. Oops. So hashtag Maui. That means anyone that's following Maui, my feed will come up, or my website will come up. If anybody's following hashtag Hawaii, it'll show up. Anyone searching Maui neighborhood, it'll search up. I could add realtor. I could add investor. I could add vacation home, whatever you want to do. This is just going to bump your website up on SEO, meaning it's going to float to the top. So when somebody's looking for a realtor on Maui, the more descriptions and accurate descriptions you have, you're just going to rise up to that search. So then you hit save. And then it says your settings were successfully saved. When you save it, don't get nervous if it doesn't go anywhere and it goes back to the screen. You're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Don't get nervous. What you want to do is you can either hit close immediately, or if you're unsure, you can just click on agent site. See how it's teal now? So then if you want to test this, you simply click on your agent site. Are we ready for this? Let's see if it works. So then it'll come up your website. And then what you want to do is you hit your drop down. See where it has search Maui neighborhoods now? Oops. And there we go. And if you don't like this view, remember you can go back into iframe. You could stretch this out. You can do whatever you want to do. But now people have this where they can search whatever you put in there. And
Natasha,
then it'll populate. Yes.
question that's a little off subject. When you tested your site and you went there, you had a beautiful Maui picture, a beautiful Maui estate with palm trees. Did you customize that picture?
I did. So yes. So that actually was, I did a staging project with Dean on a $12 million home. And that was a picture from there. Yes.
I see. Yeah. I think I put a sunset or something because I didn't want some, large mainland
Right.
city who, yeah.
Yeah. So I did a custom image and I just added that. So yes. Great question
Yeah.
though.
Very
So-
nice.
Latasha,
Yes.
I did it, but if I want, yeah, but I didn't put as many neighborhood as I like because I was trying to catch up and follow. You know what I mean? Now I would like to redo this, so I want to eliminate this page and redo it, but with more, because I was trying to follow.
Absolutely. So there's a couple things you could do, Lucy. So
Yes.
for example, if I wanted to edit this, I can go in and kind of hit on the right-hand side. I can do delete if I wanted to. I'm not, because, let's see. Let me see if you can do this.
Okay, so we go back to command.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
I'm
back
back in
into
command.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me see. I'm gonna try. No, that's Guide Builder. Sorry. I'm just trying to see if there's a way to edit that without redoing it. So give me a minute. Let me go back here. Oh, landing pages. Let's do this. And let's see what it's gonna say. Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
So
I'll have
delete.
to, yeah,
okay.
I'll have to double check this on, let's try one more thing. Site pages. Yeah, that's just going to, I was just trying to figure out if there's a way to do it, but what you can do is this. I'm gonna see if there's a workaround, but you can just simply delete it. It'll not auto-populate, and then you can go in and create it. But that's kind of a workaround for you guys. So it won't look like Roberts did. However, you can still, in a Southern term, you can skin the cat a different way. No, no disrespect or, animal cruelty, but, don't report me to the authorities. But yeah, you can definitely do it a different way. So it may not necessarily look like Roberts. You'll still have the drop-down menu. They'll still be able to see all those searches. It just is going to look a little different.
Thank you. I deleted. I'll have to do it again. It's good. Thank you.
Now, keep in mind, you can also do that for those of you, you can do it for your app. So we've got some time. So you want to try that as well? We want to do one for app. Is that good
Yes.
with everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. Natasha, how about a different way to open a coconut?
What'd you say?
Instead of skinning a cat, how about a different way to open a coconut?
I will use that one. Thank you. Got it. Okay. So we want to now do our app. And so let's do this. The best way, or one way we can do it, is this. So let's go back home. Let's start with our home.
Go back home. Okay.
So a couple of ways we can do this. We can go into our avatar where you have your image here. Hopefully you have your name. We can hit a drop-down menu or the drop-down menu, go into settings. Maybe. It's thinking about it. So then in settings, we want to go to where it says back to command home. We're going to scroll down to where it says connect settings. Hit that drop down menu, go into marketing profile. And then we can simply just scroll down. And there's a reason why I'm doing this, and I'm going to explain it in just a minute. So scrolling down, I need to move you guys because the pictures in the way. So here, you should have your branded app. So I'm not sure what happened to mine, but you should have your branded KW app here. And all you would simply do is just click on that app, or you would click on it and then you would copy it. So I'm not sure, let's see. Let me go back home and see if I can do it really quickly. So I'm not sure what happened to mine that I saved. So for whatever reason, see if I can quickly go through this. Get started. Next. So, oops, gotta move you guys again. So start. There. And what I'm gonna do is just hit copy here. And then see if it'll let me go back. Probably. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I was saying hi to Nicole, everybody. So that's weird because it has that house here that I was playing with. So it saved changes. Okay, so we're gonna say that we saved it. We're gonna find out. So then what we're gonna do is this. We can go back into iframe and we can do refresh if we want. And then what we're gonna do, because when I hit refresh, it goes back to the blank iframe generator. You can do it however you want to do it. So then I'm gonna type in, hopefully it pasted that URL, which it did not. Let's go back into command again. Let me get rid of some of this stuff because I got a lot of stuff up. Save changes. Let's see if it'll go back to settings.
Latasha,
Still not showing. Yeah. Yes, Lucy?
it's slightly different. While we are on this page and I'm following you, I've noticed that my Facebook page comes to my personal one on my KW web page as opposed to my business one. Should I
So
change?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Should I change? I want to go to my business page, right? I don't want to go.
Yeah. So what you want to do is this. Let me see if I can.
Continue this. That's okay.
Yeah, no worries. Copy. And then I'm going to show you really quick. So I just want to figure out why it's not saving. There we go. All right, so now we generated that, but to answer your question, Lucy, let's go back into command. I'm gonna X out of here for now. Maybe.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to destroy.
No, you're
train
fine,
of
you're
thought.
fine. You're totally fine. All right, so home screen, what you wanna do is this, Lucy, you wanna go to the avatar on the left.
Okay.
Then you want to go into settings.
Yes.
And sorry, my internet is slow. So what you want to do is I would first check, I would go down here and see what, it's linking back to. And so scroll down to where it says Facebook, and then it should say whatever your name is, and then you could hit manage and you should be able to go into manage and then redirect it or disconnect it or it should give you a drop down menu if you have more than one.
Okay, thank you. I'm right there.
No worries. And after this call, if you want to hang on, then I can do a screen share and kind of walk you through it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's go back to consumer. So remember, we copied in our iframe your KW app. So then we're going to go back into consumers. Hopefully. So here we went into, we've got a download here, but I'm going to do a fresh one. So I don't want to keep it consistent. We want to go into create a new site. Remember, this is going to go to our agent site. Then from there, we want to do create a page. Here we want to name it whatever. So we can say my KW consumer app. We'll just keep that one that I had. So then we always want to configure a widget or configure widgets. So then I could do a contact form if I want, or I can do download my app. So this is download my app. Remember, in order to copy to paste the iframe, we have to add a content block. So we're going to click on content block. But before we do that, we can also, and I have to move your pictures around. We can add a contact a form at the bottom of this. So hopefully it adds. There we go. Good. So then we want to do a content block. We want to add a text. So we're just going to click and drag to the top. And we're going to delete our text and see if it'll paste that A-frame. Whoops. Let's copy it again. Go back to the A-frame. We did generate it. Says my KW app. Copy. Oops. Go back here and paste. There's our URL or our iframe code. So then we want to always configure widgets. Then we have two widgets here. We've got download my app. So you can click on that if you want to add more stuff or change it, personalize it. We're just going to hit save and apply for now. And then you can go to the next widget, which is the contact form. Contact me. You can change it however you want. You can change the text. We'll just add again your let's see, your home in paradise rates. And then we can change this placeholder. We can change our phone number, whatever you want to do, or keep it the same. We're going to save and apply. I'll just hit it just to make sure. Then we're going to do save changes. And then would you like to publish this to the agent site? Absolutely, that's what we want to do. So remember here, we have no teal. So we do have my KW consumer app. So then what we want to do is I'm going to stop talking. Any questions about this so far? Nope. So then we want to go to site app settings. You can go down to where it says, let me move you guys again. Site pages. See our site pages. Remember we did that last one, the search Maui neighborhoods. That was the last one that we added. We simply hit add pages. The first one that populates is my consumer app. So we're going to click on that. And then continue. Then here again, this is going to be what shows up on our page. We can say download my consumer app or whatever you want to say. And then we can say, you can say my app, or you can say consumer app in your slug, or whatever it is you want, or just app. Again, we want to do SEO. So we're going to do hashtag, whoops,
And
hashtag. Oh.
what is a slug besides the
A
thing? in
slug
the
is a shortcut. So for example, it shortens the URL. So this is what the actual URL to this page would look like. You see where it says HTTPS : / This is the slug. That's what it's creating. So you could, if you feel like consumer app is too long in your slug, you can simply back out. And now it just says my consumer, or it just says app. So a slug is just your URL address, where they're going.
So if somebody typed in Google search under app, that would come up somewhere.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
So then we can do app. We can do hashtag consumer app. We can do hashtag find my home. We can do hashtag home, whatever you want to do. Then save. And remember what I said is don't get nervous if it doesn't do anything, because it's not going to. You can either hit close, or if you're nervous about it, you can just go back to your agent sites. And see, now it's live. And then we can go to, again, you can go directly to your site to check it. And then we're back here. And then now download my consumer app, and we can click on it. And it'll take a minute to load because my computer's a little slow. And then it'll have your branded information it won't be, it'll be your picture like right there. But mine was just in general because I was having some issues, but that's how you add it. Comments, questions? Was this a good way to kind of do a shortcut on that, or let me know your thoughts?
Yes, this was a shorter way to whatever I might have learned at one point that I don't remember. It's the
Lucy,
truth.
I understand.
What'd you say, Deanna?
I said, Lucy, I understand. Yeah, this seemed pretty straightforward. I don't recall exactly how it was with command, but you know, yeah.
This is simpler. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is, you know, like I said, it's not going to look exactly like Robert's. However, you still have the option to have that scroll through. So let's go back here to that search Maui neighborhood. You still have that option for them to be able to scroll other neighborhoods. So it's going to take a minute for it to load. So here they can still see all of that. It's just a different view. Terry, thoughts, questions?
Sorry, I'm halfway doing something else at the same time.
No
No,
worries.
this was really cool because I already had the app on my website.
Right.
So I'm multitasking here,
No
but
worries.
this was really cool learning how to go into this iframe generator. So I did do I already have the whole search Maui neighborhoods that we were taught a long time ago, but then I added another one for specifically West Maui from Ka'anapali to Kapalua. So that was really cool.
Good, good. Crystal, do you have any questions or comments?
I actually did it for South Lahaina, and yes, thank you. I'd like to learn.
Awesome, good. Well, I'm glad that this was helpful to you all. I'm glad, you know, it gave you one more tool in your tool shed. So what we'll do is we do have a class tomorrow, if you're so inclined. That one's going to be on nurturing clients for life, or you can watch it on YouTube. Regardless, I will be there. So thank you so much. If you run into any questions or problems, let me know. Lucy, if you want to hang on, I'm definitely going to end a little early to help you. But that's it for today, unless you have any other questions, or if you want to stay on the line with Lucy and I, if you've got other questions. But thank you so much. I know your time is valuable. I really appreciate you tuning in, and just let me know if we can help you.
I have a quick question.
Yes, Crystal.
I already had that on my website about the app. So
Okay.
It will be the latest app when they click on it?
It should be. Yes,
Yeah.
it should be.
Okay. I wanted
And
to
so
be
what
sure.
I would do, Crystal, is you can test it because typically, because it's attached to a URL, whatever versions is going to auto-populate that current version. So you should be good to go. But if you run into any issues, you want to do a test just to make sure, reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to walk you through it.
Okay, all right, great, thank you.
Great question, though.
And just a quick question. If I want to watch this, the recording that you did, I go to where, just to be very clear?
Absolutely. So I'm actually going to walk you through it right now. So how we can do that is I'm going to go just to YouTube. I've already got it on my save bar. So what we're going to do is we're going into YouTube, and my internet is still slow. So right now I'm already in the Keller Williams, but for you, you could simply type in MC1002. So MC1002 is our market center. So then you just click on, first you do the search field, enter that into the search field within YouTube. You're going to see our red KW MC1002, and you just, it'll say subscribe over here, and then you hit subscribe, and then you'll be able to have access to it. So then you'll see MC1002 again. You'll have our home screen, all of our videos. So all of the videos that we've ever posted are up there.
Oh my God, that'd be fantastic.
Then we have a playlist. And so within the playlist, if you wanted to ever catch something that's on the Big Island, we also, I separated them out in terms of Win with Buyers, BYOCC Coffee, Escrow, How to Get Paid with Marion, and then another BYOCC. And then we also have Win with Sellers. But that's how you access it.
That'll be great.
Yeah. Any
Cool.
questions? I'm glad you asked that because that's a good refresher for people to know where to get all of the videos.
And company huddles and all that. Awesome.
Yep,
Awesome.
they're all on there.
Do you have it on Facebook as well?
So it's not on Facebook. Well, let me back up. Yes and no. Yes, it is on Facebook when we live broadcast. So you can look in Facebook for the live broadcast. The classes that we live broadcast typically are going to be the company huddle, central team meeting, and BYOCC. So some of those are going to be on Facebook as well, but majority of them are going to be on YouTube. So that's why it's a yes and no.
So the
answer your
huddle,
question?
BYOCC, the other one?
Say that again.
The huddle, the BYOCC, and what was the other one that are typically on Facebook?
The huddle, central team meeting.
Okay.
And that's barring, not having issues. Like today, I had some issues with Facebook. Yesterday, I had some issues. Sometimes it just depends on, and I shouldn't say the issues are with Facebook. The issues are sometimes when we have issues with our internet, and then we've got some connectivity issues. But as long as there's nothing in the way of connectivity, I'm able to go live on Facebook as well with those 3 classes consistently. But great question. Any other questions? Lucy?
No, I'm gonna stay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I'm gonna give you co-hosting rights, Lucy. So
Okay.
you can share your screen. So give me a minute.
I'm going to sign.
Bye, Deanna. See you later.
Bye, Deanna.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for the coconut tip.
Yeah. Instead of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, I feed 2 birds with 1 seed.
Awesome. Thank you.